I think I'm here. Let me put my disguise glasses on. Here's the cake I baked. It's cardboard. I made a cardboard cake. I did it so that I could, I'm here. Oh, shoot. Let me put my... I did it so I could display my little trick-or-treat banner. I'm so excited about it, that it worked, and that the cake worked. I figured it was easier to make a cardboard cake than it would be to bake a real cake, and probably the cleanup was smaller. Okay, people say they can hear me. I think the problem with my microphone is that my internet was going in and out, and then, you know, it would shut off the microphone. That's what I think. Okay. Alrighty, so today I just wanted to make some kind of fun little things with what we've already done on the Spooktacular. So I made this banner, and I even made a teeny one. I don't know that it's on a lightweight thread, and so the idea is that I'm going to put it above the little fireplace on the dollhouse. And I've used some of these were from Jennifer Maker's event. Her little treat boxes, the little cup holder treat boxes. And I've got a little ghost one. And I really think you probably need to shrink them down a little bit. But also I think the spider would look really good. Just make them a little smaller, and I'll give you some hints for making those. And let's see, what else? Oh, today in the Spooktacular, today is August 23rd. I had to look at my computer to see. August 23rd, and this is, I was so tickled when I thought of this. Wait. This is the skeleton pull tab card. So I think you can do it this way. Isn't he fun? Isn't he fun? Yes, I had a jack-o'-lantern on a different event, so I can't share that now, but I will share it later. I don't know. I think I've got to wait 3 months, so I'll probably share it for next year. Okay, and then this was in the VIP. And I actually made this one so it you can kind of go all around. That's the owl. And this is based on the vintage owl from last year. And I just made the eyes cut out. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about making the cake. I just cut out circles from, you know, old litter boxes. And then I used some cardboard for the side, I painted it. And then I used spackle for the icing. Let me show you the brand. Lightweight spackle. Why can't I figure out lightweight spackle. And I actually used this last year for something, for making like gingerbread houses. And I kept it covered with that cling and seal wrap, and it was good. It was good. I didn't have as much as I wanted, so I was kind of skimpy with the icing on the cake. But I thought it was still pretty fun. All right, so now I think I'm just going to show you, we're going to make at least part of a banner, and I'm going to tell you a little more about the sizes. And really all you need is thread, cardstock, some kind of glue, and, you know, whatever cutouts you're going to use. Oh, if you're going to do them as cupcake, let me find it. Cupcake. You can use these lollipop sticks to hold your banner, or your cupcake things. You can use these bamboo pop sticks, but I think the best thing you find at the grocery store, these are bamboo like little forks, but they're flat, so it's very easy to glue them together. We'll glue one together just to show you. Oh, I see Jean is from North Myrtle Beach. I'm in the upstate of South Carolina. Okay, so I'm going to take my little banner out. Oh, and I would use, it's kind of glued in. It wasn't supposed to be glued in. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it because it's stuck. I would use like bamboo skewers. I had to use dowels and had to cut it and then put it in a pencil sharpener so I would have one sharp end. But I would use like bamboo skewers like you'd use for kebabs. Okay, I'm going to put the cake away. And I'm going to, change the camera. Rotate. Oh, I hope I'm rotating. Rotating. There. This is me. Okay, and this is the little banner I made. And these letters are about a 1/2 inch tall, whereas on the larger banner, the cake banner, they were 1 1/4. So I did them about half. I just reduced it by half. You can do. One thing I want to know is, do you want to see Design Space, to see me reduce the size in Design Space? I actually think most of you are better at Design Space than I am, because you use it to manipulate your images, but I use it primarily, I just use it for cutting. If I'm going to manipulate my images, most often I do them in my Illustrator, my design program. Okay, so you'll see I'm putting down some glue on a paper towel, and I'm doing that because I think that's the easiest way to get little to glue down the little letters. There's the little letters. Ben is here, and I had him doing another task, which he can abandon if he wants to. We were trying to have a backup internet. He has like a air-based internet, and we were trying to have that as a backup, but I think it's going so well, I think we can do without it if he wants to stop, because they're asking for you. Okay, he's right over here. He's right there. All right, next, I don't use these often enough. Little, what are they called? Reverse tweezers. But I think they're perfect for this. So what I do is pick up the letter, the teeny weeny letter, and I just kind of dip it in the glue, kind of dip it lightly. And also, that's one reason I used a paper towel. You can kind of wipe off the excess, but you can still see there is glue on the back. And, I'm left-handed, so I'm lining it up this way. Letting go. See, that one was actually, where did it go? Was actually much easier than I expected. Let's do another one since that one works so well. Yes, no spooky internet so far. Find an R. Here's an R. I cut out extras because, as you know, I lose things. Dip it in, wipe it off. That one I had too much on. Let's put down the R. Get rid of the cat hair. And because it's glue, you can reposition it a little bit. The I, find an I. Somewhere there's a little I hope. I'm not seeing an I. There's an I. Dip it in. The eye is probably the best one to line up straight. See, mine was kind of crooked on that one. So you can line it up straight. See how easy this is? Oh, and then the thing that amazed me, these are tiny, tiny cutouts. And my Cricut did a great job. Let me see, this one looks, let me just pull up the E. I'm not going to make the whole banner. I'm just going to show you like trick. So there's a little extra, so I just clean it up I just get something like my craft knife so I can poke out that middle part. There we go. And see, look at that little tiny part. And it just cut it beautifully. I was so happy when I did the little one. I didn't expect it. Okay, let's find a C. We're almost done with trick. Vanessa said the pickup tool would be handy. I don't really know what the pickup tool is. You know, I don't usually use tweezers, so this was kind of... I was actually a little more coordinated with it than I expected. Here we go. Got the C. And when you get glue on your tips, then stuff will stick and then it's harder. So I just kind of come over here and wipe off the tips. And now we just need a K. This is what I call the green background. It's from 12 by 12 cardstock. It's textured. It's really, really cute. It's what I used for, I call it my sickly green that I use for Frank's face or body. Okay, wait, am I doing my K right? No, I wasn't doing my K right. I was going to glue it on backwards. Okay, here's the other cool thing. Like I said, I was amazed at how it cut it out. The holes are still big enough that it's very easy for a needle to go through. So this is, I use buttonhole thread, but I really think other thread would be better because the buttonhole thread is a little bit stiff. And I think just plain regular cotton thread would be better because this stuff flips around. It's just a little stiff. So I'll just show you threading it a little bit. I'm going to cut out a fairly long piece so I can add the rest of the letters later. Of course, it didn't need to be that long. You know I overdo everything. Okay, so for the first one with thread, I didn't do that with the other banner. The first one with thread, whoops, don't go. You know, you go in on the front, and then I just kind of go around. I leave a long tail so I can figure out where I want to hide it, and then I just go in again a couple of times to anchor the first letter. You can actually anchor all the letters if you want. And I want it to be on the side. There we go. Let's go in again. And now it's anchored. And so now we want to go to the back because we don't want the thread showing in front of the letter. So I'm going in again. And then coming up from the other side. And now, let me do the R. You see how it kind of flips over? That's why I think regular thread would be better. It's not something you need to be sturdy. If it needs to be sturdy, I'd use the buttonhole thread. But we don't need it to be sturdy. Oh, good, Ben is here. And then in on the front side and come up from the back. And in on the front side, up on the back. I have to keep telling myself that, otherwise I'll do it wrong. And let's do the K, in on the front side, up on the back. So then we've got our trick. Okay, I didn't see Did anybody say anything about wanting to see it within Design Space? Really, you just leave everything grouped. The background piece and the letters, leave them grouped. You can include the 1-inch square if you need it for scale. And then just leave it grouped. Take the little corner, one of the corners, because you want it to shrink proportionately, and just kind of shrink it down. Then I usually ungroup, see what the letters are, but these are 1/2-inch letters. And like I said, oh, I was so happy how well they cut out. See, aren't they cute? Isn't it a great banner? And if you have the All Access Pass, you have the entire alphabet. But you can use any alphabet you have, and obviously for any other event. I really like this background shape because it allows a letter like the I to have a good point to center it, but it also lets fatter levels like letters like K, fatter letters fit as well. I didn't cut out an M. M and W are always a problem because they are definitely fat letters. So I think what I did in the design was I kind of made them a little narrower so they would fit on the little pieces. Okay, let me look through. Amy asked about percentages, and I don't know how they do it by percentage either, because I don't see that as an option. Perhaps if you pay for Cricut Access for the monthly fee, you can get percentages, but I don't have that. So I have to do it. What you could do is figure out the percentage using the 1-inch scale and then shrink it down. But Amy, that's a very good question about shrinking by percentages. So I have to do it just kind of eyeballing it and what I want. I know I want these to be 1/2 inch, so I just kind of eyeball it and check and then group and then check. And so it worked really well for me. Okay, now for the toppers, what I did was I didn't want the back to be unfinished looking, so I just cut the back piece black so it'd just be plain, not really. So he's not two-sided, like he's looking at you two different ways, but you could do it two-sided if you want, but I think you'd have to, let me see. Yes, you'd have to mirror it. You'd have to reverse it so that you could put this the cat face on both sides. And like I said, I think this was too big. I think really for a cupcake topper, I would reduce it by half. The little ghost is very good. So let me see. I'm going to do a little ghost for you. I think I've got the pieces for a little ghost. There's one side of the ghost, and I'm going to just kind of duplicate it on the other side. I think that's okay for a ghost. Okay, so let's just apply a little glue to the ghosty fellow. Jackie says she has Cricut Design Space. She has Cricut Access, and she still has to do the math. So really, what you can do is when the design comes in at whatever size and you want to reduce it, just multiply those numbers by that percentage. So if you want 50%, wait, I have to cough. If you want 50%, just divide those numbers by half and then reduce it to those numbers. I figure eventually Cricut will have it by percentages. I don't know why they don't have that already. Okay, now to glue them together, you can glue them together and put the stick in, but I just glue the stick on and then glue the other piece to the little bamboo stick. Oh, another thing you can use are little stirrers, little wooden stirrers, They work well because they're flat also. Okay, Susan said there are reasons you need to learn math. That's exactly right. I know, I was dividing something simple and I'm like pulling out my calculator. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're dividing by 2. You do not need a calculator to divide by 2. But I think you understand it better. You know, every once in a while, do the math. Oops. Oh, I deformed my little guy because I had glue on my finger. No surprise. I think in general, mess level, I think this craft is a 2. Now, unless you make a cardboard cake. I'll show you the cake in just a minute. So, see, isn't that a cute topper? It's designs you've already got. And just put them on, some kind of little stick. And you got great little cupcake toppers. Yeah. See, I just think this one is so cute. And I think Tracy Lewis's skeleton would be very good. And some of the other designs, I think Elena's that spooky ghost looking like he's coming out of the cake. The cupcake would look good. I think that would be fun. All right, I'm going to bring my cake over. Okay. And I just topped it with these 2 ravens. They were from last year. Let me see. And I'm going to see if I can get them out. They weren't supposed to be stuck in the cake. I put a hole in the bottom, which really helped when I was trying to decorate. There we go. Yeah. I don't know why they're so gluey. But I sharpened them in a pencil sharpener so that they would go in the cake. But I wanted to show you the cake. I was so proud of it. But again, I didn't do nice icing. I just painted it purple. I thought that was good for a Christmas cake. I mean, a Halloween cake. And then I just you could use it like a piñata. So I cut out a circle. And then when I was icing and stuff, I could rotate the cake. But I thought that was pretty fun. And I was going to show you. So this is this banner. And let me see. This one turned around. The way to save it, if you like it and you want to use it again, is to, let me move the cake now. So have it arranged so the letters are okay. Pick it up and then flip it together like that. Flip it like that, and then they won't tangle as much, and you can arrange them better, and you save like the ravens and stuff. This is a big dowel, and so your ravens might get bent a little bit, but you can actually just glue a new one on. Just glue on a new one if it gets all dinged up, because I cut out several at the same time. Okay, let me look and see. Oh, yeah. Oh, a sheet cake. Helen, I didn't even think about that. A sheet cake would be good. I'm going to switch cameras so I can see sheet cake. Great idea, Helen. Yes. Anything else? Everybody's saying math is not their friend, but, well, you got the calculator. So if you want it 50%, you just multiply times 0.5. Or divide by 2. If you want it 65%, just multiply by 0.65 and you get it. Okay. Yes, Alley Cat, I don't know where she went. Oh, let me see if I can show you. I'm going to rotate the camera, which is my Mac, my laptop. My house is chaos. because, you know, I'm like, I've got crafts everywhere. So that was Alley Cat and Ben sitting together. Ben is petting her. If a cat is on his lap, he will not get up. That's how nice he is. I'm afraid I do get up. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to get up. Okay. Those skewers, yes. Okay, these skewers are called bamboo forks, and I found them on the paper plate aisle in my grocery store. See? I think they make great little stands. Okay. Yeah, the cake. And oh, and I made it big because I made this banner a little bigger than I thought. I really would have, for most cakes, I would have made it, let me hold it correctly. I really think the half-inch size is better. I think the half-inch size is better, but I didn't know how well it was going to cut out, so I was kind of shocked when I cut that out. The cat and the ghost are from Jennifer Maker's project, which was a few days ago. But you know, I'm sure you can find cats and ghosts. And let me look at some of the stuff that's coming up. Yes, there are some very cute ghosts. This is my schedule for coming up. Tomorrow, Debbie O'Neill has some really cute things you can use tomorrow. And then on the 28th is Amy's project. She's got gift cards, and they are very cute designs too that you could do. You'd have to get rid of, she made them as gift card holders, so there's a little cut there. You would have to like weld a little piece of, you know, get rid of those cut lines. And then my friend Tony's got a really cute little spider, little spinning spider. So if you miss some designs, there are still some options coming up. But also, I'm sure they're, you know, you can find them in other of your projects. It's not exactly what I normally design, but you know, you can find them on your other people. The black, oh, that's another thing. This is one 10-pound cardstock. This is heavy cardstock. And wait, let me kind of show you. It cut it out beautifully. The camera's got shadows and stuff, but they are just perfect. Wait, let me see. I think I can balance it. Wait. There. They're just perfect. I was really shocked. The scallop part, are you talking about the icing, Sonia? I used a plastic bag with a piping tip, and I used this spackle. Wait. I just used spackle. Whichever spackle you use, make sure it says lightweight spackle. And then you got a permanent cake. So you may be seeing it in other events. I may oh, Gina said she didn't see Ben. He doesn't enjoy being seen. He's very cute, or, you know, for somebody who's even older than me, but he's a behind the scenes guy. He's a behind the scenes guy. Yes, it cut the letters out just beautifully. Now the bigger ones, you can tell. I mean, just see, and it's making some shadows. The view is making some shadows, but they're really perfect for one 10-pound cardstock. Okay. Let's say, I told Barbara where the cat and ghost came from. I'm going to scroll backwards, see if there was anything else I missed. Okay. Oh, Vanessa said her file was missing the black cutout. Vanessa, we updated it, and if you want the file, you can just email me, lucy@paperglitterglue.com, and I will send you the updated file. Yes, I just didn't notice that before. I think next year I'm going to have to make every file before we do the event, but I'm always so far behind that it's hard for me to do that. But I'm going to try to do that next time, for the 2026 Spooktacular. And if you have ideas for me, You know, I'm open to ideas because I was like afraid I would run out of ideas. I'm like, that was really a terrifying concept to me. Like, oh, what if I run out of ideas? What if I can't think of a new house pattern? You know, I always try to make a gift box and I want to make it different. Wait, let me see. Oh, I can't get to it. Wait, do I have one back here? No. No, I don't have one behind me. But I always try to make a gift box and I'm like, what if I can't think of a different design for the gift box? You know, it's like, it worries me. I don't think I'm going to run out of ideas, but it worries me. Because I really try to be creative. A pattern for the siding. Jeannie, I don't know which siding you're talking about. Can you tell me? Okay, Vanessa said she re-downloaded. Okay, good. No, I didn't give the gift box away. It's in a box. I was trying not to bother my trusty assistant because he's got 2 cats around him and he looks comfortable. Okay. Yes. I really appreciate Ben's help here. He's been wonderful. Okay, do you have any other questions for me? I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I know what I want to do tomorrow, but I'm not sure I can get it done. I have I want to modify a file from something I did last Christmas into a Halloween variation, but you know, everything takes so long, and then I do like to sleep. Once in a while, I like to sleep. Oh, a Wizard of Oz house. That would be fun. Oh, that would be so fun. Ben needs an award. Yes. Best behind the scenes. Okay, well, I'm going to go. If you, oh, wait, Jeannie didn't answer me what pattern for siding she wanted. Most of my siding is the crackle paint siding, and I don't use a pattern. Wait, let me see if I can get you to see it. There, you can see it better. I just cut strips. Now, sometimes on a house, to make it easier, wait, let me get a house we did last year, and actually, it's always available. This is started out as the Abandoned Italianate Mansion, or the Faded Mansion, and sometimes I will cut out a sheet with the window cutouts, and then just cut the strips later. Then do the crackle paint, because you can't cut with the crackle paint, it'll tear up. So then crackle paint it and then cut the strips. You know, just in siding. Okay, alrighty. So, yes, Jackie has the best pattern testers. I was like, I think I need to draft her pattern testers. Yes. And one other thing, and Jackie from A Cottage in the Forest, Jackie does a DXF file for people with scan and cut, and she also tries to make sure she tests it on a silhouette to make sure it works. So she really does those details beautifully. So, and yeah, I hope you make her. I can't wait to see her design when more of you make her design, because it's so good. Her mid-century modern house. Okay, bye y'all. You take care. It worked. We worked today. Bye.